We're live.
And we are live. Excellent. So, welcome to the 5 o'clock edition of Shaking Scenes. We have some wonderful actors ready and raring to go to do. We're going to be doing 4 scenes for you this sitting, all from different Shakespeare plays, and all of them performed from cues only. Why? Because we're just crazy that way. So who have we got this afternoon? We have the lovely Valentina, who is native of Italy, but currently in Southeast London. We've got Jenny down in Devon. Lovely to have you back, Jenny. And we've got Mark, also in Devon, who has managed not to get blown up in Exeter this week. Well done, Mark. Very good to have you safe. We've got Hannah, who's back from, we haven't seen you for a while, so it's lovely to have you back, Hannah. And Dewi, who's in the room next door to me, so I see him all the time. And Joaquim, great pleasure to have you with us. So, lovely crew. We have 6 people. We have 4 scenes. Deep breath, all you wonderful actors, and off you go to our virtual tiring house to gather yourselves for our scenes. And ping, 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 off they go off my screen. So, if you were with us at 3 o'clock this afternoon, hi, thank you for coming back. If you have never been here before, hello, I am Lizzie. I am I can't speak. I'm the artistic director for Shakespeare, which means that this crazy way of performing that we have, well, it's not crazy, it's brilliant, because it's based on the original practices of Shakespeare's own actors. We perform from cues and lines only, which means the 6 actors that you have seen who are about to perform 4 scenes for you, they have only seen and prepared their own lines. They have not seen each other's lines. They have not rehearsed together. I can guarantee you they haven't, because they only found out who was working with who 10 minutes ago. So so there's no chances of cheating. So that is how we work, and that's why we do it. And we enjoy it. We think it brings something, well, it's a slightly different sort of touch, a little texture, a little risk and freshness and surprise to everything that we do. And the biggest challenge is basically not giggling. So that's just something that can happen. Right, so what other things do I need to tell you? Our donations link, as ever, is there next to our YouTube stream. If you are able to donate, then it is very gratefully received. It is not expected, but it is accepted. The money goes into a pot, which is periodically shared between members of the company experiencing financial hardship. Now, we know there's a lot of financial hardship around at the moment, and we fully understand if you are not able to donate, then that's terrific, that's fine. Please stay and enjoy the show anyway, because we do this because we love it. We do it because it's been amazing in keeping us sort of together and happy and connected and creative during the last year. And because we understand, and from the responses we get from you, that it has been good for you as well. So that makes us happy, and that's why we still do it, and why we are going to keep this up all this year. And probably next year we're going to keep doing it because we love it. But so that's why, if you can give, please do. If not, never mind. All right, enough of me talking. You get to hear me anyway. I will only, as the book holder in this particular production, I will pop up in between scenes to give them a sense of curtain and to set the scene for the next scene as we're switching plays. Otherwise, you will only hear me if somebody's internet goes weird or the scripts fall apart or something, and you might hear me pop up with a couple of lines, but hopefully not. So the first scene today involves all our lovely 6 in a little bit of Twelfth Night, which was the most enjoyable play we did back in December. And if you want to see more of us doing Twelfth Night, then please, you're on our YouTube, just click on videos. You will find there our December video of Twelfth Night, which was a lot of fun. This is going to be a lot of fun as well. It's a totally different cast. You never know what's going to happen. So what's been going on? Right, Twelfth Night. We are in the land of Illyria, and we're going to go straight into the house of the Lady Olivia. The Countess Olivia, who is the focus of love and affection for the great Lord Orsino, who we don't meet in this scene. But Orsino is hopelessly in love with Olivia. Olivia is busy mourning her brother and her father. She is not interested. She has never been interested as far as she's concerned. She never will be. However, Orsino persists in sending her messengers in attempt to court her. But she's really not impressed and very much not in the mood. So if another messenger were to arrive, well, who knows how that would go down. So in the Lady Olivia's household, we will meet Maria, her personal maid. We will meet Feste, her fool, who is bent on entertaining her and raising her mood in any way that he can. We will also meet Malvolio, who is the steward of her household, the chief steward, the sort of chief servant, who really isn't into fun. He's much more into keeping things quiet and sober. And we're going to meet her cousin, Sir Toby, who is really, really more into partying than he is into good behavior. So this is a household which is basically in a state of semi-chaos. Who knows what will go down. So can I just check, please, that all your microphones are off and ready? Can I just get a quick, yep, I'm here from all of you?
Yep, I'm here.
Yep.
Love it when you take me literally. Right, as soon as I am gone, the stage is yours. Enjoy. Please take us to Olivia's house. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no collars.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute, then?
Not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Apt, in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue. No more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you were best.
Oh, wit, and be thy will, put me into good fooling, for those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I that I am sure I lack thee may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolus? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
You too. You're a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool a drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the butcher mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore, I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprision in the highest degree, good Madonna. Give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Oh, dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mourn'st thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brains than a stone. Look you now, He's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he's gagged. I protest I take these wise men that crow so at these set kind of fools, no better than the fools zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Oh, now Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou speak'st well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
No, not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man, and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick, or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old, and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove cram with brains, for here it comes. One of thy kin has most weak Piamata.
By mine honour, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. Plague on these pickled herrings. How now, sot?
Good, Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Aye, marry, what is he?
Let him be the devil, and he will, I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heath makes him a fool, the second madders him, and a third drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crowner, and let him sit in my cuz, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
He's but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, laddie? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
He's been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
Of very ill manner. He'll speak with you. Will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is, 'tis before 'tis a pescod, or a codling when 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between man and boy. He is very well favoured, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The Honourable Lady of the House. Which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty, I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that questions out my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance, if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain. If you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then shew you to the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in't. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber. I am to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady. Tell me your mind, I am a messenger.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead to your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity.
We're leaving you there on tenterhooks. Thank you all very much. Off to a flying start. I do apologise to the audience. Yes, that was a rotten tease. Again, if you would like to know what happens next, then please drop into, well, absolutely any version of Twelfth Night that you can find. There are plenty. We have one. By all means, have a look. And maybe one day we'll do it again, because that was a lot of fun. Okay, so complete change coming up now. We are going from the fantastical world of Twelfth Night to the historical world of King Henry IV, Part 1. This is a scene that we've done before many, many times, because it's a lovely scene. We haven't done it for ages, which is one reason why I brought it back today. That and because it really suits the people that we're playing with. But this is also the play that we are doing next. So this is almost like a look forward. I'll probably plug Henry IV Part 1 later once we've finished with these scenes. But yeah, that's what we're doing next. We're continuing from Richard II straight into Henry IV. So we are rolling on the story of Henry Bolingbroke. If you didn't catch that, well, Richard II is also on our gallery. Right. So what happens in Henry IV Part 1? Well, this is the world which follows. This is the sequel to Richard II. So in Richard II, we saw Richard removed from the throne by his cousin Henry Bolingbroke, who has now become Henry IV. And he's doing his best as king, but he is troubled. His conscience is troubled because he's dealing with the responsibility of removing Richard, and various other things are going on. And the people in of his kingdom are unsatisfied with him, particularly some of those people who helped to put him on the throne, principally the Percy family, the Earls of Northumberland. So they are now so dissatisfied that they are again planning to remove a king and put a new king in his place. So that's sort of where we are when we pick up with this story. We're going to go to the castle of young Harry Percy, nicknamed Hotspur, because he's a very sort of feisty, hot-tempered young man who sort of dives into action. And we'll find out what's going on with him. Okay, so, and basically, he's not on his own in this world. He has a wife. She's not stupid. Let's see what they make of this. Right, so can I just hear briefly from Hotspur, Lady Percy, looks like you're ready, because everybody's just got to do a turnaround into this scene. And I see the servant is ready. Right, are we all ready to go?
Yep.
Yes, ready.
Yep. Okay, lovely. So here's an adventure. Let us go to the castle of Hotspur, the son of the Earl of Northumberland, and let's just see what's going on in his slightly rebellious world. Okay, guys, have fun. See you shortly.
By this hand, if I were now by this rascal, I could brain him with his lady's fan. Is there not my father, mine uncle, and myself, Lord Edmund Mortimer, my Lord of York, and Owen Glendower? Is there not, besides, the Douglases? Have I not all their letters to meet me in arms by the 9th of the next month? Are they not some of them set forward already? What a pagan rascal is this, an infidel! Huh. You shall see now, in very sincerity of fear and cold heart, will he to the king, and lay open all our proceedings. Oh, I could divide myself and go to buffets for moving such a dish of skimmed milk with so honourable an action. Hang him. Let him tell the king we are prepared. I will set forwards tonight.
Set forwards tonight.
Oh, how now, Kate? I must leave you within these 2 hours.
Oh, my good lord. Why are you thus alone? For what offence have I this fortnight been a banished woman from my Harry's bed? Tell me, sweet lord, what is't that takes from thee thy stomach pleasure and thy golden sleep? Why dost thou bend thine eyes upon the earth, and start so often when thou sitt'st alone? Why hast thou lost the fresh blood in thy cheeks, and given my treasures and my rights of thee to thick-eyed musing and cursed melancholy? In my faint slumbers I by thee have watched, and heard thee murmur tales of iron wars, speak terms of manage to thy bounding steed, cry courage to the field. And thou hast talked of sallies, of retires, of trenches, tents, of palisadoes, frontiers, parapets, of basilisks, of cannon, culverin, of prisoners' ransom, and of soldiers slain, and all the current of a heady fight. Thy spirit within thee hath been so at war, and thus hath so bestirred thee in thy sleep, that beads of sweat hath stood upon thy brow like bubbles in a late disturbed stream. And in thy face strange motions have appeared, such as we see when men restrain their breath on some great sudden haste. Oh, what portents are these? Some heavy business hath my lord in hand, and I must know it, else he loves me not.
Well, is Gilliams with the packet gone?
He is, my lord, an hour agone.
Hath Butler brought those horses from the sheriff?
1 horse, my lord, he brought even now.
What horse? A roan? A croupier, is it not?
It is, my lord.
That roan shall be my throne. Well, I will buckle him straight. Esperance, bid Butler lead him forth into the park.
But hear you, my lord.
What sayst thou, my lady?
What is it carries you away?
Why, my horse, my love. My horse.
Out you mad-headed ape. A weasel hath not such a deal of spleen as you are tossed with. In sooth, I'll know your business, Harry. That I will. I fear my brother Mortimer doth stir about his title, and hath sent for you to line his enterprise. But if you go, I
For
may...
a foot? I shall be weary, love.
Come, you parakeeto. Answer me directly unto this question that I shall ask. Indeed, I'll break thy little finger, Harry, if thou wilt not tell me true.
Away, away, you trifler. Love? I love thee not. I care not for thee, Kate. This is no world to pray with mummets and to tilt with the lips. We must have bloody noses and cracked crowns, and bust them current too. Got me, my horse? What sayst thou, Kate? What wouldst thou have with me?
Do you not love me? Do you not indeed? Well, do not then. For since you love me not, I will not love myself. Do you not love me? Nay, tell me if thou speakst in jest or no.
Come, wilt thou see me ride? And when I am a horseback, I will swear I love thee infinitely. But hark you, Kate, I must not have you henceforth question me whether I go, nor reason whereabout. Whether I must, and to conclude, this evening must I leave thee, gentle Kate.
How
I know
so?
you wise, and yet no further wise than Harry Percy's wife. Constant you are, but yet a woman, and for secrecy, no lady closer, for I will believe thou wilt not utter what dost thou not know. And so far will I trust thee, gentle Kate.
How so far?
Not an inch further. But hark you, Kate, whither I go, thither shall you go too. Today will I set forth, tomorrow you. Will this content you, Kate?
It must have force.
And that's the end of their scene. That's all we get from them. Thank you very much, both of you. Very nicely played. And if you want to know what else happens to Hotspur and to Kate, then please join us 2 weeks from today, 3 o'clock. We will be doing the whole of Henry IV Part 1. And 4 weeks after that, we're doing Henry IV Part 2, because I love being predictable. Okay. Right, change again. So we are now moving from history into slightly different history. We're going to Hamlet. And from a scene that we have done many times, this is a scene we have never done before. So you are welcome to be present at our world premiere. So Hamlet, well, what can we say about this scene? Well, so all is not well in the Danish court of Elsinore. The old king has died, his throne has been taken by his brother, and this brother has also just married the previous queen. Home for the funeral and for the wedding has come the king's son, Prince Hamlet, and basically he's been very unhappy, reasonably so, because he's lost his mother, he's lost his father, he's lost his kingdom. Indirectly, he feels like he's lost his mother. And then his girlfriend, Ophelia, stops speaking to him, and he doesn't know why. She's been told not to, but he doesn't know that. So in a way, the whole world is sort of, he feels is conspiring against him. And then we have the whole thing of, hey, guess what? I've seen your father's ghost. And so he sees the ghost of his father and he talks to him. And the ghost urges him to revenge on his uncle for murdering the old king. So things get very, very confusing. So ironically, at the scene that we're going to hop into, Hamlet is actually potentially in quite a good place, because the players have come to Elsinore, and that has given him an idea to just check whether his uncle is guilty of murder or not. However, we're not going to see the players. We're going to see Hamlet have an unexpected meeting with his former girlfriend, Ophelia. So Can I just check that Hamlet and Ophelia, can you pop your mics off and just tell me that you're ready?
Ready.
Ready?
Okay, so both of you, this is a great experiment for all of us. Have a wonderful scene, and we'll see you on the other side. Enjoy.
Soft you now. The fair Ophelia. Nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honour fall this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well, well, well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed long to redeliver. I pray you now, receive them.
No, I never gave you aught.
My honoured lord, I know right well you did, and with them words of so sweet breath composed, as made the things more rich than perfume left. Take these again, for to the noble mind rich gifts wax poor, when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than your honesty?
Aye, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool no way but in's own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens.
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery. Go. Farewell. Or if thou needst wilt marry, marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him.
I say we will have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery go.
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown! The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, aye, tongue sword. The expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion and the mould of form, the observed of all observers, quite down. Have I of ladies most deject and wretched, that sucked the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled out of tune, and harsh, that unmatched form and feature of blown youth, blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me! To have seen what I have seen, see what I see.
Thank you. Well, I'm not going to say, oh, woe for having seen that. That was beautiful. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Dewi. That was very beautifully played, honestly. I never know what I think of that scene. Every time I see it, doesn't matter who's playing it, takes me in completely a different direction. Oh, the magic of Shakespeare and theatre. Right. One more scene for this afternoon, and then we will love you and leave you. And this is again a complete change of gear, but we're going to another couple that are having, well, misunderstandings and a few challenges in their relationship, because we're going to Benedict and Beatrice from Much Ado About Nothing, which is a play we'll be doing, but not until the summer. So, what happens in Much Ado About Nothing? Well, quite a lot. So, Leonardo has a daughter called Hero and his niece Beatrice, and they all live together, and it's all lovely. And then into their household comes Don Pedro of Aragon, bringing with him some feisty young soldiers, including Benedict and Claudio. And Claudio falls in love with Hero. Hero falls in love with Claudio. They arrange to get married. That's all great. Whereas Beatrice and Benedict, well, possibly being in love with each other, do nothing but spark and spar, and will never admit that they are at all interested in the other because, well, maybe, are they hurt? Do they have a history? It's one of those great questions about that play. But that's the situation that we have. And we're going to join Benedict and Beatrice after what would have been the marriage of Hero and Claudio. Unfortunately, Claudio believes his Hero to have been drastically untrue and, well, really not to be the sweet maid that he thought her. So the wedding has ended in disaster. Hero has collapsed and is believed by most to be dead. She's not, she's recovered. And they have a plan to hopefully bring things back together. But once all the trauma and the trouble has swept away from the stage, we have this moment for Benedict and Beatrice to have a little conversation. So I can see Benedict is ready. Just check up my screen. So Benedict and Beatrice, are you ready to give us your scene?
Yep.
Yes. Lovely. Right. Okay. As soon as I go, the stage is yours. Take us to your world.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yes, and I will wait a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
Ah, how much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any such way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is not that strange?
Strange is a thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say, I loved nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear by it and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love you not.
Will you not eat your word?
With no source that can be devised to it, I protest I do love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offence, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Ha! Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go.
Beatrice.
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy.
Claudio, thine enemy?
Is there not approved in the height a villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonoured my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What, bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancour. Oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man out at a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wrong. She is slandered. She is undone.
Beatrice?
Princes and countess, surely a princely testimony, a goodly count, comfort, a sweet gallant, surely. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had any friend would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into curses, valour into compliment, and men are only turned into tongue, and trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules that only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore, I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice. By this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul that the Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand. And so leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead, so farewell.
Fare you all well. Thank you so much, Mark and Jenny. That was beautiful. Thank you. That was a wonderful way to end this afternoon. Let's have all the cast back on, please. Give yourselves a little wave, a little round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I love doing this because everybody shows us something different every time, and it's just beautiful, an honor and a privilege, and I thank you all for taking part. Thank you for watching us. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves as much as we have. Like I said, we're not around next week, but our gallery is there. You can always talk to us. Again, sort of send us a message. We're there on Twitter. We're all over the place. We'll be back in 2 weeks with Henry IV Part 1. And we'll be back 4 weeks again from today for doing scenes. So we're not going anywhere. So to everybody on screen, I say once more, thank you very much. I wish you all very good and safe and happy times until we meet again on Zoom or in person, who knows. To those of you watching, I wish you exactly the same. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you again another time. Thank you for being with us, everybody. And Valentina, thank you for your wonderful hotspur. Now take us off the air, and we'll see you all another time. Bye-bye.